Resources Board meeting to order for July 22nd, 2025. Do we have any public comment on any actual items? None? All right, we have 6 items on our consent agenda, A through F. Does anybody care to discuss those individually? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move that we accept the consent agenda as written.
Motion to
Second.
approve. Got a second? Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next item are the minutes from June 24th, 2025. Does anybody have any additions or corrections from the minutes of June 24th, 2025? If not, we'll accept those minutes as presented. Thank you, Michelle, I guess. Michelle, did you do those?
Mary did.
Mary does those. Tell Mary thank you. She'll hear it. Next item, number 4, is the consider the WRF wet weather upgrades revised number 1.
Yes. And since John is on vacation, I will present this for us. And I have Brent here to back me up if I stumble on the reason for the change. So you all approved change control form, I believe, back in May for $54,000 to come from our contingency allowance, which for this project was a total of $300,000. Since then, once they started to design, this was the original change control form was an estimate that needed, they were estimating that it needed 8 micropiles to hold the foundation. When they got into the official design, they realized that the additional steel for the new portion of the UV structure had already been fabricated, and it was not going to be able to be used for the new portion. So we would have wasted that steel, and it would have required a new submittal, which could take a couple of months to have a new submittal, which would push us into more wet weather trying to construct this additional UV beside the river. So they felt like that a new redesign of that would actually be a wash to adding more micropiles, which would allow the project to move further along prior to wet weather if they just added 20 more micropiles, which then revised the estimate to be $157,127 rather than the $54,000. Did I get all that right, Brent? Okay, that was a lot. So we are asking for a revision. Again, this doesn't change our contract amount. It will come from contingencies, and it will leave us with a remaining contingency of $118,358.
So you're looking for approval for 103,127. Is that right?
Say that again?
Approval for 103,127?
No, well, yes, for the additional, yes.
We've already approved the 54.
You've already approved 54, so we would approve the difference.
I'll move for approval.
Thank you.
Second.
Got a motion to approve, got a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the FY26 water tap and meter and sewer cleanout fee revisions. You got that too, Valerie?
Yes. It's frozen. Oh, there it goes. I guess it needed me to push the button like 4 times. Okay, so y'all are making me sweat. We were in a recent meeting with operations and maintenance, and knowing that materials have gone up, Donald and Matt Powers also came and let us know that material prices had increased, and they would like to look at what the reprice these taps that we show here, 1 inch and 2 inch, and then our sewer clean out connection, and compare it to what our existing pricing is. Some of these prices are in the city code and some are not. The 1 inch prices and the sewer clean out installation is in the city code, and the 2 inch isn't, because those materials tend to change. The 2 inch size tends to change more than the smaller sizes. So Donald and Matt both priced what it would cost to install a meter connection only, which is if, say, a development in a subdivision was developing, the developer, we invoice the developer for maintenance to install a 1 inch water stub over to the property line. And you'll see the 1 inch water stub price. Our current price is $675 for that. So we invoice them, and then the developer will come through and pave the streets. Then when the builder comes back and starts building their home, they request a meter to be installed at the end of that stub, and that our present cost for that is $540. You can see the difference, and this is, labor and materials only, what our costs went up to from $540. Basically it went up $400 for just the meter installation only. And so we are asking for these proposed costs to be approved today. The sewer clean out connection on the sewer side is really the only cost that we have that's in the city code that we needed to change. If maintenance does any additional work on the sewer side, like installing a full service, it's priced on a per each basis. So that is not something that we needed to bring for approval today. But wanted to bring these for your approval.
Things are going up, aren't they?
They are, and these are costs that the developer or the builder would come in and, well, mainly the builder on these, except for the 1 inch water stub are typically installed by developer, and the rest of them are installed by the builder.
So these are per house?
Yes.
Donald, these are our costs to do it, or is it?
Yes, sir, that's materials and labor, and we've not adjusted.
I'm sure the variables between every one of them, or is it pretty common, the same amount of time and effort, money goes in each one?
They different a little bit. We've not adjusted the prices since 2021. Is that correct, Valerie?
Yes.
So it's been a few years since we've made any kind of adjustments.
These compare with other cities, or?
We have, I do know Consolidated Utility District, their taps and meters have always been more than ours. This, the 2 inch tap and meter in and out of road probably gets closer to Consolidated's price now. I think it's pretty well in line with CUD's pricing.
Which one of these has the most volume on it? The 2 inch?
Yes, the 2 inch supplies more water than the 1 inch.
No.
Volume,
Not
volume,
like
I
how
guess,
many?
how many we install, I'd say 1 inch.
1 inch was a whole lot more than 2 inches. Most of your 2 inch you'll find in commercial uses, and 1 inch is mostly found in residential.
And we've gotten better about talking to the commercial users and really quantifying whether they need a 2 inch. A lot of people don't realize how much water a 2 inch provides, and it's usually way more than what they need. So we usually, are careful to kind of look at that on the front end. Like there was I think it was Floor and Decor, wasn't it, Anita? They wanted, I think they wanted a 3 inch meter, and we were, and they just have bathrooms. And they ended up, I think, installing a 1 inch.
So if the tap fees were paid in advance, but you didn't put them in, when you pulled your permits, if you pulled all your permits ahead of time, like for a condominium project, then when I get the tap in, we'll pay the difference. Is that what, I think, Michelle, you
Now,
told me that before?
for townhomes, if you've already paid, yes, you're
I'm good. I don't
You're
have to pay the
good.
difference when I actually have them installed. right?
Right, if you've already paid for them, yes.
Okay.
And these, those are, for townhome units, typically we're installing gang vaults now, and
Yes.
that's different than what these are. It's a different pricing.
Let me ask you a question again. This is true cost, not a ton of margin.
No, this is actually material costs.
So,
And labor
And the
on
labor, it's actually what we're paying the guys to install it
Right.
with a 29% overhead added to that.
so if we don't charge this, we're subsidizing.
Yes.
Okay. That helps me a lot.
I move for approval.
Got a motion approved?
Second.
Got a second? Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the TDOT North Thompson Lane widening of water and sewer contracts.
So you all know that ELI has designed our water and sewer replacements for where we have conflicts with the new road widening. They've also provided us easement descriptions, and we've been through, gotten approval for the offer amounts. It's come to the point that TDOT is ready to move and get contracts with all of the utilities that are going to be in TDOT's contract for TDOT's contractor to relocate and install. It's easier for the department to be included in TDOT's contract, and that way their contractor he coordinates all of the construction, from the utilities to the storm drainage, and it's on his timing, and we don't have to have a contractor on the side to try and either complete our work ahead of schedule prior to this contract and or coordinate, with the TDOT contractor. So the contracts, we require approval for those, and in addition to the contract, TDOT requires us to deposit the cost for our relocations up front with them prior to bidding the project. We had this same scenario with the TDOT Broad and Memorial, the interchange over Broad with Memorial, where we had to pay in, but that was not near the amount that we are having to deposit here, just because it wasn't as big of a project and we didn't have as many utilities along Broad Street and Memorial at that intersection. So ELI prepared a cost estimate in the amount of a little over $5 million for the water, which includes repurified water, and as well as the sewer relocations, which is $7.6 million.
They don't pay us any interest on this, do they?
Well, I have asked that question, and I believe that it takes a different application, but I believe we deposited in an interest-bearing account with the Broad and Memorial project. So I've asked that question. They have not sent me the contact information. It's a different office than the construction office.
Okay.
And so we are working or I am working
Because this could be
towards
years before they even,
They say it's only going to be a 2-year project, which I do not believe. I believe
I'll
it's
take
going to
it
be
over.
more like a 3 or a 4-year project, being that it's 4 miles. I honestly believe that if they just worked on the utilities alone, it may take them a year to construct just our water, sewer, and repurified water improvements. And then you add gas and Middle Tennessee Electric, they're moving.
AT&T,
AT&T, you've got storm water being installed all along Thompson Lane. So I truly believe this is going to be a longer project than 2 years.
yeah, but so if it's 4 years, it means interest on that for even 2 years. Well, I would keep after that, please, Valerie.
We will. That is something that I feel like that we need to do. And again, it's a
There's not
different
much
office.
we can do here.
Yeah, there's not.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
Got a second? Any other discussion?
Discussion.
Go ahead.
So funds for this are coming from
Working capital reserves.
working capital reserves. Budgeted this year?
It's been in the dashboard or the CIP, it's been for several years now. We learned about this project in 2014, but it wasn't until, let's see, 2 years ago,
They didn't
I
get
think
serious
now,
for it.
that they got serious and we had to start doing our relocation plans and had an idea of how much it was going to cost.
So the money going into the account, is that an account controlled by us or account controlled by them?
It's controlled by TDOT.
So how
'Cause
would-
they'll use
how
that-
would we get access to the interest then?
Well, that's what she's working on.
Right,
Okay.
it's a separate office with TDOT in the state that we work through to get this deposited into an interest-bearing account.
Oh, all right.
And then the construction folks pull from that to pay the contractor. We will have an inspector, one of our inspectors on the project inspecting the installation, and they each month certify what you know, how much line has been installed for us and turn that into TDOT, and then they pay the contractor from those funds.
Even at 2%, that's $300,000.
That's good money.
Yeah.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the Griggs and Maloney proposal to study Todd's Lake. Josh, you got that one?
think so.
Here it comes.
Yeah, it's all right here. Good afternoon, Chair Santamore, board members. Appreciate you all
Thank you.
considering this request for Griggs and Maloney to provide a preliminary management study for Todd's Lake. And we're hoping that this study will be a intro to a larger comprehensive plan that the city would put together. But I'm hoping that Griggs and Maloney will give us some insight on the overall water quality and some of the problems impacting the lake, and just a little background on this water body that you read in the memo that originates at Black Fox Spring in a city-owned natural area and then turns into Black Fox wetland. And then really once it crosses under Rutherford Boulevard, downstream to that earthen dam down in the lower left-hand corner, that's kind of considered Todd's Lake, and the highlighted area is the city-owned portion of the lake, and that's the area. And there's a structure about halfway that we think is a lock or a smaller dam, and then back behind that is where we're seeing the high levels of sediment, invasive
Back
plants.
that way. Back towards Rutherford.
Yeah, back towards Rutherford Boulevard, yeah. And the whole area is really getting inundated with vegetation, and it's kind of clears up a little bit downstream of there. Once the water flows around the earthen dam, some people may not know this, it goes into a sinkhole and then later comes up at Murphy Spring and later becomes Town Creek. So we think that water quality issues in Todd's Lake later affect the downstream Town Creek. And so, yeah, I think Griggs and Maloney may have gotten started on this study years ago, but since the city acquired this property in 2019, there's not been any study that I'm aware of, and any advice on management. So we think that they'll be able to provide us a lot of insight on if we need to manage the vegetation, if it can function the way it is, and many other aspects. So the lump sum cost of the professional services is $9,500. They are offering additional sampling parameters. Staff could do some of that, but we think it's best to go with Griggs and Maloney, and that would be for an estimated additional $4,500 for a total of $14,000. And so staff is recommending board approval of that amount. And appreciate and thank you for available for any questions that you have.
So the request is for 14,000.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is an old lake.
Yeah.
Okay, I could give a full history lesson on it. I think that,
I used to have friends that ski on it.
I used to-
Did you ski on it?
I didn't ski on it, but I know a lot of people used to hang there.
Any anecdotes you want to share with us on it?
I think the earthen dam, I've heard, maybe you know better, was built in the late 30s or early 40s. I thought I read an article that it was constructed to try to lure the VA hospital to that location, that they selected the current location. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but yeah, but the vegetation in the upper part, I mean, you can see it there on the aerial photography. It's really becoming a problem, and so we'd like to really see if Griggs and Maloney can offer any other input.
Would it be ideally like to have it, I mean, obviously cleaned out, but you wouldn't want to park, or is there other ideas like that?
I think they're going to look into, recreation opportunities. However, there is no access point. This is strictly a water quality. I think if it has a side benefit of making recreation a little easier, maybe a benefit, but I think for now, we're just looking at the water quality impact of all the vegetation.
All right. And it's never been studied as far as we know?
I've heard of, in a different department, there may have been a little bit of a study done years ago, but I don't think anything real formal was produced.
There's no telling what they may find.
Yeah. They may find some cold case.
That's right. Well, I move for approval pending the legal review.
Yeah, and I think, I meant to update the memo. I think legal has reviewed it and is good with it.
2 thumbs up. All right. We got a motion?
Second.
Got a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is, we're going to consider the advanced utility systems. Mr. Snow, Doug, you got that one?
Yes.
Okay.
As the memo says, we went live from our legacy COBOL system to this software version 3 in the middle of 2014. Then in the fall of 2022, we went to version 4. This is something that Advanced offers to come on site. Also do a lot of meetings beforehand to review processes, look at reporting, look at ways to improve the systems. We've looked at it before but never have done it, and I think it's time that we do this. They will, like I said, there'll be meetings beforehand to go detailed into all of our processes. We do have good SOPs in customer service on everything that's done in there. They will review it. They will work with us. They'll actually be on site for 3 or 4 days to meet with staff, work with staff. This will handle everything from the billing, meter reading information that's coming over for billing to all the processes that they do. And I think it's a very worthwhile investment.
I concur.
And I move for approval pending legal approval. Do we have to do that
Yeah.
again? Second.
All right, got a motion and a second? Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Let's see, Valerie, the dashboard. There's no CIP in this one, is there?
Yep, I was on vacation. Sorry.
There was?
I was on vacation.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
It's Michelle's fault.
Yes.
Is anything of note in this dashboard?
Just that there are no financial statements. As with every year, we keep our June books open till the end of August, so we can make sure everything's in there for the audit.
I've noticed a lot of the water loss has gotten better. From 18 to 15%. we'll take
I know that
it.
we're continually looking for water loss and leaks. I recently learned that our AMI folks are walking the streets. After they
Times are tough.
after they finish their monthly, billing cycles and that type of thing, they're walking and looking, walking and looking. So,
All right, August is next month, nothing special with that month. Thanks everybody for coming back to one.
yep.
It's needed. Anything else to be brought before the board?
No other business.
If there's no other business, we stand adjourned.